the first time I really had experience with war was when we were told to dismount just out of the blue all of a sudden, and someone had just yelled machina, and machina usually means machine, and I guess it was a helicopter, a K-52 had come into the area, and everyone had just dismounted. I didn't know really what to do at first. I was just kind of looking at what the fuck, and then one of my guys pulled me off the BMP, and we ran into the fucking woods, and oh my god, dude, it was crazy. It was funny. We were all focused looking up at the sky looking for the helicopter, and then all of a sudden I heard that, it was fun with artillery, dude. It's like you could tell the difference between old artillery and new artillery, honestly. The new shells that the Russians would throw at us, they first kind of zoom in at the last second and then they explode. But the old shells, they sort of scream. But so yeah, shell fell right in our area, dude. And there's just one shell. Just one shell. It fell right into our area. And I remember splinters just fucking hitting me and stuff. I remember I threw myself to the ground, and when I looked up, dude, like there was a giant hole, it's giant fucking crater hole, and these guys, I guess that I just taken a quick glance at, were now gone, and that was my first scrape with Great War. And you hear that screaming and stuff, and guys are panicking, and you see everyone kind of gathering around that one little spot. And I didn't want to go over and see what the fuck was there, dude. I was like, what the fuck, what the absolute fuck. So that was really the only first scrape I had with war, that up close. Because then as we were then still waiting as the reserves for the battle, we then got our orders to go in. But I never recounted Hostomel as my first battle, because we got there at the very last second when the Russians then fled into the forests around Bucha and Irpin and tried to make their way back towards Belarus. And my company got told to stand down and secure the airfield. So when we got there, everything was still on fire. Everything was still on fire, and it was just destroyed and everything, dude. And like I said, it was just a dream. It was lucid. It's almost like, I felt like I was almost like taking a calm fucking acid trip. Like I didn't know what it was. You can't just look at it and give a clear-cut answer as to what you're looking at. But then I could, because as I'm walking around, I had made my way towards the what was the name of that huge airplane? I did see that airplane.
Mira.
Yeah, the Mule.
Yeah.
I was making my way towards that. I didn't know it was the world's largest fucking airplane. It was out of Ukraine. I just saw this huge fucking, airplane. But there's this there's this one body that kind of stood out to me. It was facing upright, and I walked over, and it was just a young boy. He had his equipment still on him. He had his Z, his armband and everything. It was that like silver sort of duct tape stuff at the time before they switched over to use white armbands, and he honestly, at that day, dude, he looked like he was still almost alive, and I wouldn't pin him, probably older than maybe 17. I don't know, dude. And I at that moment I kind of felt what was going on. This is real. I think that's what made me realize this is really real. I mean, you could see like remnants of clothes and equipment or destroyed weapons or vehicles, but nothing. Kind of makes you realize what the fuck you're really dealing with until you kind of look at someone's remains, their body that's still pretty much intact. And I just kind of realized that. I was telling him about that day. I wanted to leave that day. Everyone was kind of, I was kind of sickened because, like I said, rightfully the Ukrainians were pissed off that this had happened to their country. But there's two sides to the war, and these guys were starting to go around and they were taking patches off. They were taking weapons and stuff. they were looting, you know, they were taking these guys' shit right off of them. And there was this group of Ukrainians that were kind of kicking this one corpse, and it was kind of just, you know, charred up whatever remained. But you know, you look at that, you see that one little kid who's still pretty much there. I mean, you see, like, you know, this charred up clump of whatever. And yeah, I just kind of felt sick, you know. I just kind of walked away from it, you know. I just kind of walked away from that hangar where that huge fucking plane was. I just kind of fucking went over to one of the BMPs and just kind of sat there against against the tracks, and just kind of fucking went, you know, looking up. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, you know. I said, this isn't what I came here for. And I guess that's, like I said, no one likes realities. Everyone kind of likes to have a fantasy of things. That's you know, because people want things to be easier, and that wasn't easy. That wasn't easy to handle. So, yeah, boy, it sucked over there, to be honest. And that was the first day. Was that one day that I spent in hospital. That really made me realize what was going on. So,